Welcome to The Explainer. There's a new action movie making a ton of noise right now. It's called One Battle After Another. So we've dug into the first big review to give you the lowdown in just a few minutes. Is it actually worth your time? Let's find out. Okay, so this quote from the review really sets the tone, doesn't it? It calls the movie a relentless journey through conflict, sacrifice, and survival. This tells us right away we're not just talking about your average run-of-the-mill action flick. The reviewer is painting a picture of something much more intense, something really gripping from start to finish. All right, let's get into the specifics. We're talking about One Battle After Another, a brand new thriller for 2025. And based on what we're hearing, it's being framed as a serious contender in the genre. So, at its core, what's this movie about? Well, it's a story about a seasoned fighter who gets pulled into this super dangerous underground conflict. You know, it's a setup we might have seen before, but the review makes it clear that it's done really well here. The stakes are just sky high from the get-go, and every single decision could be life or death. Okay, let's cut to the chase. We're going to give you the verdict right up front. I mean, your time is valuable, right? There are a million things to watch, so the big question is this the movie you should spend your time and your money on? So, is it any good? Well, according to this review, the answer is a big, emphatic yes. But don't just take my word for it. Let's look at the actual score. Wow, there it is. 4.5 out of 5. That is pretty incredible. A near-perfect score like that tells you everything you need to know. The critic isn't just saying it's good, they're saying this film absolutely nails what it sets out to do. And they put it pretty bluntly, a must-watch for action thriller lovers. So a score that high, a recommendation that strong, you have to wonder, right? Why? What makes this movie so special? Let's break down exactly how it earned that rating. All right, so let's get into the elements of what makes this a hit. You don't get a 4.5 out of 5 by accident. The review really zeroes in on 3 things: the story itself, the performances, and the technical skill behind the camera. First up, the story. And this is crucial. The review makes it super clear this is not just a bunch of mindless action scenes strung together. We're talking about some pretty deep themes here. Hidden political agendas, brotherhood and betrayal, the emotional toll of violence, even that blurry line between justice and revenge. That's the stuff that gives all the fighting real weight. And you can't have a great story without great performances, right? The review absolutely raves about the hero-villain dynamic. Our hero isn't just a tough guy. He's got this deep internal turmoil going on. And the villain, they're described as cold, calculated, the kind of performance that just cranks up the tension and makes the threat feel incredibly real. Okay, but let's talk about the action, because this is an action movie after all. The word the reviewer uses is visceral, which basically means you feel it. And apparently it's a perfect recipe. You've got gritty, realistic fight choreography, an adrenaline-pumping score, and camera work that's so precise it feels like you are right there in the middle of it all. So, just to sum up what really works here, according to the review, the action scenes are top-notch, intense from start to finish. The characters, especially our hero, are well-developed. And the story itself, it's engaging and full of twists that'll keep you guessing. It's the whole package. But, nothing's perfect for absolutely everyone, and the review is fair about that. It does point out one potential drawback, something that might be a bit of a challenge for some viewers. And here it is, 2 hours and 42 minutes. Whoa. Okay, so that's a long movie. We're talking nearly 3 hours. It's a serious commitment, so you'll definitely want to settle in and get comfortable for this one. Now, to be clear, the reviewer says the movie is still well edited. The length isn't because of flab, it's because there are these slower, more emotional subplots woven in. But the review does note that this long runtime may feel slightly stretched for some. Basically, if you're only there for the nonstop action, your patience might be tested a bit. All right, so we've got incredible action and deep characters on one side, and a pretty hefty runtime on the other. So let's put it all together and answer the big question. Is this movie for you? The review's final takeaway really defines this as more than just a movie. It calls it a gripping cinematic experience. It's a film that blends that awesome action with real drama to tell this powerful story about perseverance. It's not just about watching, it's about feeling it. So are you ready for that kind of experience? Because that's really the bottom line here. The review makes it crystal clear. If you're a fan of action thrillers that actually have something to say, and you're prepared to settle in for that long runtime, then this is a battle you are definitely going to want to see for yourself.